Good, good. First of all, we'll be asking everyone today the sad news that Gerard Houllier has passed away. Just your response. You'll have come across his team during your playing career.
Yeah, I came across him on and off the pitch. Was always an absolute gentleman in the times that I met him, and just reading some quotes then from people who knew him much better than me. That seems to be the resounding thing that comes out of this. A great football person, very successful in his managerial career, great person, and all the respect to his family, thoughts with his family from myself and everyone at Chelsea, of course.
Also today, Champions League draw, Chelsea drawn against Atletico Madrid. Was that one of the tougher ones you could have drawn out of the hat today?
I think most people will say it's the toughest draw that we could have had. When you go on probably current form, how they're doing in the Liga, European experience, quality of team and player, I think most people would say that. On the other hand, I think all draws are difficult in the Champions League. We have to have belief in ourselves, and when that game comes round, then you're going to have to try and beat these sort of teams if you're going to win the Champions League. So it is what it is.
And you say, because some people might be surprised to hear you say that they're the toughest ones you could have got. You genuinely feel like.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying I think any draw will be tough. I just think if you look at I think they're top of the Liga, and when you look at the batch of teams, when I talk about, as I say, I watched them knock Liverpool out last year. Who are obviously a great team, and they have that experience and they have quality in their squad. So I think most people would say that they were certainly one of the toughest teams we could have drawn on paper. But we'll have to turn up and do our job and be confident that we can beat them.
Before that, we've got plenty of league matches to think about, including Wolves coming up next. You've been on such a fantastic run until the defeat at the weekend. Was that just a slight stumble, do you think, or is that something your players are going to have to bounce back from after having going so well?
Yeah, well, both of those. I think I think the Premier League is unforgiving. We saw that with different results over the weekend. We see it pretty much every weekend or every match day. We want our top level on Saturday, and we got beaten. That's it. We've been on a really long unbeaten run, playing some really good football as well as winning games, and we dropped our level for a game. So yeah, it's absolutely on us to pick it up again straight away.
Was it a matter of you just dropping your level? Do you look at your performance of the weekend and think, yeah, we didn't match up to what we've been doing in the last few weeks or so?
Yeah, we've been playing well, and I'm not the one that always sits here and says that, because I know that the next game is always the most important one. But we've been playing well and getting results with that, and moving in the direction we want. But this is the Premier League, as I say. You don't go to these clubs like Everton and expect anything, and we didn't quite perform, and we lost the game.
Let's come to you, Moose.
Hi Frank, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm going to ask one about the game in a moment, but it seems pretty likely this afternoon that London is going to go into Tier 3. And I was speaking to a couple of managers in London back end of last week. Just got fans back, just kind of got used to having fans back. It's going to be difficult for you and the players to now adjust to playing behind closed doors again.
Yeah, I think if it comes in, Moose, I think it will be, and I'm slightly disappointed. Even though we're in Tier 2 and we've had fans in for a game already, I did feel that it should have been a level playing field for fans. If some clubs can have them and some can't. We've seen, I think already, or felt it on the pitch, the backing that they give you and what it does to the game. I think that should be pretty level. I also think that we can, I'm not telling the government what to do, but control 2,000 fans coming into a stadium if they're coming from within that tier or whatever, however they want to do that, to keep things moving along. So it's unfortunate, to say the least.
Do you think, just off the back of that follow-up, do you think maybe football should be exempt? I'm not, again, like you, I'm not trying to tell the government what to do, but do you think there's a case to argue?
Let's get it right. We are making it up as we go along, and that's not to sound critical. That's just a fact that we've never been in this position before. And I think when you're talking about can you control the situation, if clubs can control it, I think they've shown it so far that they can. So I would like to have thought that there could be something done to make it exempt where we can get that 2,000 number in. But again, that goes above my station. I'm just saying what I think.
Yeah, you and me will never be Prime Minister, Frank. Well, you might.
I don't want to be, don't worry.
The last one then on the game. I mean, if you're in the middle of a very busy schedule, which includes the Christmas games, Boxing Day going into New Year, how important now off the back of the weekend is it to stay in the race? None of the top teams bar less than one at the weekend. It's just important over the next month, isn't it, to stay in the race?
Yeah, definitely. And I kept saying when people were sort of touting us for title contenders after the Leeds game particularly. I think I felt it's a long race to win a Premier League. I did it as a player. I understand lots of elements of it, and there are lots of difficult moments, and one of those is losing a game and trying to bounce back from it very quickly, which is what we need to do, and to sustain performance and sustain results over a period of time, and particularly a busy period of time like Christmas. So yeah, it's on us to try and do that.
Let's go to Olivia at PLP.
Hi Frank.
Hi.
What's the update on Christian Pulisic? Obviously he was left out of the squad. Is he going to be in the squad or even in contention to start against Wolves tomorrow?
Yeah, he was out of the squad for injury, so he was struggling with his hamstring at the weekend. He trained when we played against Everton on that day and has felt better, so he's in the squad for tomorrow. Yet to be decided whether he starts or not, but it's obviously positive news from where it was at the weekend.
Perfect. And you've been playing 4-3-3 and it's been working really well, and the balance of the team's been really nice. With Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi both being out, are you considering a different formation almost to get better of the players that are available to you? I'm
not in the short term, no. I think we've been playing very well. Of course, as you say, Hakim Ziyech has certainly been very pivotal when he's been playing, and Callum, when he's played, has done well. And all of a sudden, we're very short on wingers. But we have capabilities to still play. It wasn't the formation that we didn't get right at the weekend. It was actually the way we executed it, which we have players that can definitely comfortably do that. So we just need to improve on the weekend.
And let's finish this section with you, Liam.
Hi Frank.
Hi.
Just to follow up on Olivia's question, with the wingers out, I know you said Peter Osgood coming back. Is it a little bit harder to get the kind of creation in this team that you've had to such a healthy degree in the last few weeks, and do you maybe need other players in other positions to step up and assume that creative responsibility?
I think what we have to come to terms with is that it felt like Everton played very similar to how Tottenham played against us a couple of weeks ago. And if people are watching us, of course they'll try and stop us doing what we've been doing well. And then it's on us to find other ways. And we didn't move the ball quickly enough against Everton as a team to hit the sides to maybe turn them round. So I think we just need to make sure that we understand that if teams make it difficult for us, we have to have ways to get around that. And our level dropped. I think even at our top level, we would have found a way around that. And I can certainly accept this group of players going so long unbeaten that there's one game that feels like that. And we can't really make the excuse of not having the wingers. It's unfortunate in the short term. As I said before, I think we have players capable of playing in those areas. So I don't want to hang on that one, and hopefully the wingers are all back soon anyway.
Okay, that finishes the broadcast section. Let's move to a written section. If you want to raise your hand.